Pizza is a very, very popular food in America. Oftentimes people look for some frozen pizzas to save a little bit of money and to have a convenience in their house to keep them in the freezer so they can take them out whenever they want them. But it's really important that you read the labels when you're in the frozen pizza section. For example, this home run signature pizza is a meat lover's pizza. So you can tell just by reading it that it's probably pretty high in fat. It contains sausage, pepperoni, and bacon. Now when you read the back, a sixth of the pizza, which isn't very much, most people will eat 1 or 2 or 3 slices, a sixth of the pizza, which they consider 1 slice, has 420 calories, 23 grams of fat, 8 of which are saturated, and 1,120 milligrams of sodium, which is very high in sodium. The one thing this does have is it does have some fiber. It has 5 grams of fiber per slice. When you look at the ingredients, it does list wheat flour for the crust, so it does have a little bit of fiber. But this is very, very high in fat, especially saturated fat, so this would not be a very healthy choice. Now this lean cuisine pizza, this would equal probably a little more than a sixth of this pizza, but not much. This has 340 calories, so a lot less, 7 grams of fat as compared with the higher amount of fat in that one. The sodium 680 milligrams as opposed to the 1120. And it does have also 5 grams of fiber. So this would be a healthier choice if you're looking for something for a frozen pizza, and it's a controlled portion. So somebody would get this and only eat this 1 portion, whereas when you have this whole pizza here, you're more tempted to go back and cut another slice. So what I'm going to show you today is how you can make your own pizza at home for a lot less calories, a lot less fat, and a lot less sodium, and include a lot of fresh vegetables. So what we're going to do is I've started here with a prepared whole wheat crust. You can buy these in the store. There's several different brands like Boboli. Or if you want to, you could also buy the dough or make your own pizza dough. And then you just have to cook that ahead of time according to the instructions that would be on that uncooked dough. Well, we have a cooked dough here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat the oven to 450. I'm going to let that heat up. Okay. And then the next step, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take our vegetables. I have a cup of spinach leaves. I have a cup of sliced mushrooms. I have a ½ cup of sliced onions. And then I have a tablespoon here of the Smart Balance Light, which is a good substitute for butter, a good substitute for margarine. It only contains about 5 grams of fat for a whole tablespoon. So I'm going to use that as I saute up the vegetables. Okay, we're going to get these vegetables sauteed. We're going to start here, turn on the burner. Okay, you want it about at medium heat. We're going to add that Smart Balance Light, add the spinach, and this looks like a lot in this pan, but it really cooks down a lot. A lot of that water comes out of the vegetables. You got the mushrooms and our onion. Okay, and so what we're going to do is you're just going to, that butter's going to melt, and you're just going to move this around with the spoon until it's all sauteed. Looks like our vegetables are all ready. We're going to bring these over here and we're going to assemble our pizza. So we're going to start here. We're going to take this ½ cup of the sauce and we're going to spread it out evenly on the pizza. Okay. And ½ cup should be plenty to cover the pizza. Okay. And next what we'll do is we'll add the vegetables and then we'll put the cheese over the vegetables. Alright, so we're going to spread these out here. Okay, spread those out evenly, and you can see how much they cooked down. Okay. And then we're going to sprinkle the cheese over top. And I used a reduced fat mozzarella, which even saves more calories. So for a serving of this cheese, it contains 4 grams of fat. Regular mozzarella would be more like 6 or 7. So you save a little bit of calories there. Okay, and sprinkle that to the edges. And then this pizza crust, the package on here said to bake this for 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll put it in for about 9 minutes, and then we'll check on it. All right, we're going to stick this in the oven. Okay, it's been about 9 minutes and our pizza is ready to come out. right. Take this out. It looks great. All right, and here we have a healthy pizza that we've made at home. Now, comparison-wise, when you look at that first pizza, that home run pizza that was not very healthy, a slice of that had 420 calories, 23 grams of fat, 1,120 milligrams of sodium, and it still had the 5 grams of fiber. Now, a slice of this pizza has 192 calories, so it's less than half of what the other pizza was. It has only 6 grams of fat, still has the 5 grams of fiber, so the same fiber, but the sodium is 446 milligrams, so very, very less than the other pizza. So you can enjoy a healthy pizza at home, and it also tends to cost a little bit less than you would buy in those frozen pizzas. Enjoy.